Hey, welcome back to JB Breaks Free. I hope you're having a great day, a blessed day, and getting 1% better than yesterday, and breaking free from whatever's holding you back, from having the best day ever, from becoming the best version of yourself, from getting up in the morning, going to bed at night, doing what you want to do in between. Love that definition of freedom right now. I love trying to have the best day ever, and I love trying to become the best version of myself. And I kind of had an epiphany today. My definition of freedom changes from time to time. What's the best version of yourself that changes from time to time? I think that just keeps going and keeps growing. I don't think we hit today, I'm the best version of myself. That's it. Peace out. This channel's over. No, I think we keep going forward, and I think we keep growing forward, and that's a few things I want to talk about today. I want to talk a little bit about changing and the time change that we all experienced yesterday and some thoughts that gave me. I want to discuss last week's Instacart total. I want to discuss some amazing thrift scores that I came up with, including some Gucci, which I could not believe. I want to talk about some Cricut creations that I came up with, this home craft maker that I have that me and my wife have kind of been doing together, and who knows, we could be able to make some creations, put it on Etsy or wherever, and turn it into a little fun side hustle. And also I want to talk about a visual detailing the pain of discipline or the pain of regret, and finish up this episode with a little song that I thought about while I was thinking about the time change yesterday and getting that extra hour of light, springing forward, moving forward, growing forward, going forward. So a lot that I want to get in today. I'll start right from the top. Last week I made $348 Instacarting, shopping, delivering, and Spark Walmart delivery. Almost, $350, almost $400. I had one day where I made $100, and then the rest were just kind of very in and out. Like today, I made $40 today. And that really adds up at the end of the week. And like I've said before, I'm off 2 nights now during the week. That pays for 2 evenings home extra with my fam where I can watch a little shows at night. Just being a little bit less stressed out, a little more free time. I would highly recommend getting a side hustle. There will be some links down in the description below. Then getting into today's topics, the time change. Boy, time is flying. Time flew yesterday, right? And time is flying today. I just looked at the clock, and as I speak, it's about 1:30, and I go, oh my gosh, I did my errands. I went to the thrift store, thought about what I was going to say, and haven't even eaten yet. It's 1:30. Kids are going to be home soon. Time flies when you're having fun, right? I guess that's a good thing. If you're in a job that you hate, I bet you time's not flying right now. But time is flying for me. And, I was up a little bit later trying to get used to the time change. But I started thinking about spring, and I started thinking about renewal. And of course, it's not quite spring, but boy, is it coming. I can see it coming down the tracks. And being that it's a time for renewal, we can break free from all that was before, all the bad stuff that we need to shake off. We can plant new seeds, the right seeds that will allow us to prosper and grow. I know I've had to grow in certain seasons, in certain days, planting the right seeds. So I wanted to come up with a couple Bible verses that kind of tied into that message. The first one that I came up with was Lamentations 3:23. It says, "Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning." So there is no end to God's mercy, and if you are in despair, to have hope. His mercies begin fresh each morning. We can break free, because what does the morning bring? Morning brings light. We can break free from the darkness. But before we make certain changes, we might be in darkness, and it could be a new day. We could just be right on the cusp of making those changes. Just as now, we're right on the cusp of spring. We could say a new day has turned. Midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Still dark. We're starting to get close to dawn, and we can break free from that darkness each morning and begin anew. Plant those seeds, the right seeds that will harvest and grow, and we can grow with them. And then the second verse I wanted to talk about was Galatians 6:9, and it says, "And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." And I think that means in due season we will reap the benefits of heaven, and in due season we will reap the benefits of earth. And to be open to that change, to never give up, to put in the work, to not be tired of the work. And what good will we reap to be, and how will we grow? How will we change? I can be the best version of myself right now, but I want to be better. I want to grow into a better husband. I want to grow into a better father, grow into a better son, grow into a better friend, grow into a better server, grow into a better person, grow into a better leader. I want to be the kind of person who puts my goals first, my priorities, to prioritize my priorities and get those first, to put my health first, to put calmness, happiness first, to put a positive attitude first out into the world, to be more grateful. So those are the changes, those are the seeds that I want to plant. And when I say we can grow into the best versions of ourselves, break free from what's holding us back from doing that, and to keep growing, to keep learning, to keep trying to improve. And if you're good now, watch how much better you can be. And I think I'm pretty good now. I know I can be a lot better. I think I can be better. All the things I just mentioned: husband, friend, father, employee, healthier, hard worker. And string those together, humans are happier, I think, with goals, passion, and purpose. And we will have the best day ever striving towards those goals. So the next topic I want to talk about today is my thrift store finds, including my Gucci find. I've got 3 things I want to show you. I'll save the Gucci one for last. I picked this up today. These leggings. They're $1. Whisper Knit by Louis Del Olo. I think I can get these for like $15. Easy, even if it's $10. I do this 10 times. That's $100 that could just be selling while I'm at work, while I'm out doing shops and deliveries, while I'm on the couch at night. It's nothing more satisfying than finding something for $1 or $2 and flipping it for 10, 20, dare I say $100, dare I say more. Sometimes you roll the dice. Now, I found this right after I found the Gucci item that I'm going to show you next. Fashion. So I was hyped up on fashion. I've actually been hyped up on this recently. I've really been wanting to study Bolo brands, things to look out for in the thrift store. Whether that's athletic wear like leggings, sweaters, dresses, coats, jeans, shoes, hats, kids' clothes, everything. I want to have all that information in my head so I can rifle through and start picking out gems where people don't find them. And I want to talk about that a little bit on this channel too. I think it can be beneficial to viewers and beneficial to myself because these are just study sessions that can make us money and help out in this time. So I grabbed this book for $1. I looked it up real quick on eBay. There was 2 listings that I saw at the time. One was like 30, one was like $40. I'm like, okay, I can get home. I'll sell that for cheaper, or I can sell it on different marketplaces. I can put this for $10 on eBay. I can put it for $15 on OfferUp. I can put it for $15 on Mercari, $20 on Poshmark because that's about clothes. Facebook Marketplace, $10. Instagram, JB Breaks Free, $10. In one of those places it might hit just because it's not on eBay. However, I don't know, we'll see. But I got it for $1. I'm not afraid to sell it for $5. I really am not. I'll do that 20 times, and there's $80 right there, give or take some fees. Do that 40 times, and just keep doing it over and over, and it adds up. Last but not least, this was Saturday morning. I wasn't the first one to get into the store today. I like to look at the new racks when they put them right out. And there's a few other people like me in there looking for the hidden treasures. And today is a good day to get in there early because they have the new color tags where 2 tags are half price, like yellow and white, and pink tags now are 99 cents. So, but I get in there, I'm going through the new racks that they put up, and I see Gucci. And then I see this beautiful pocket. Gucci. I can't believe it. I cannot believe my eyes. Gucci. Then I start worrying, like, this right here, were these, like, patches torn off? No, I saw another one on eBay just like this. Gucci. Exact same thing on eBay, $245. I got this for like $6 or $7. So that is a heck of a day. And this stuff adds up. I mean, that could be a $200 score. It could be $150 score I'd be very happy with. I mean, that is a massive find at the thrift store. Think about putting that towards your debt, towards your groceries, towards anything that you need, towards building wealth, towards a day off from work. Build up some money, have some flexibility. I would highly recommend getting out into the thrift stores and searching for these things and trying to learn a new bolo brand every day. I'm trying to learn some bolo brands that start with A, Alice, and I think it's Alice and Jig, Jig. There's a brand ALC. There's a brand Adam Schulman Sport. There's a Goldie, AGOLDE. There's Alexis, Alice McCall, Aviator Nation. And there's one other one I can't think of. And I'm going to just still keep studying. And tonight I'm going to go learn 4 or 5 more. And I'm just going to have all these things in my head and certain styles. And I'm going to study the eBay listings. And I hope you join me on some of those that I put up online because I do think they're truly worth it, as you can see from the finds. And you can look on my Instagram page, JB Breaks Free. I take pics of most of the things that I'm selling. And I've been averaging multiple $100s a month. And that is massive, as we all know. So definitely, those are my great thrift store finds and Gucci finds. Now I want to talk about Cricut creations. I have this Cricut machine. I'll link one down in the description below. You can make all sorts of things, t-shirts. You can design mugs, hats. You can do crafts on it. My wife's doing like confetti and birthday party stuff. I'm big into the t-shirts. Made this guy. Bruce Springsteen, as some of you may know, is coming to Syracuse, the GMA Dome, like September 7th or something. And I'm thinking we can make some shirts and capitalize on this local market. We've made a couple other shirts, not too good, but that's part of the process, just like anything. Your first day waiting tables isn't going to be good. Your first day doing Instacart might not be the easiest one. Your first t-shirts that you make might not be the easiest one. The first song that you write might not be the best one. The first chords that you learn. Anything. So we're starting. There's this one, orange and white. Trying to take care of the Syracuse colors. I kind of like this one too. Blue and orange. Cuse loves Bruce. I was thinking like the I Love New York shirts or whatever. I'm trying to play off those. And is this like a recipe? Do we have to make it a little personal? I was thinking about maybe putting the date underneath, whatever it would be, 9/7/23. And white. Just kind of coming up with different color schemes. Maybe I should have put Cuse loves Bruce, like the word loves instead of the heart. I don't know. Nobody's bought one yet. We've had it up for a day. But I've listed it on multiple places. Just got a notification on my phone that a new subscriber just subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the Break Free family. it's a great place to be, and the best part is connecting with you guys. So definitely let me know how you're doing. And the last thing I want to talk about today is discipline and regret. And this is something that drives me perhaps the most. I don't want to have certain regrets in my life. And so I've chosen the pain of discipline. And I've definitely tried to avoid the pain of discipline at times, and still do in some ways, because I'm still growing and still going forward, as we talked about earlier. But the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So check this visual. 2 arrows. Green one's going up. And it's probably backwards in the thing, but you can get the picture. The pain of regret goes down, and the pain of discipline goes up. So, what's some regrets that the pain of regret, what do I want to avoid? Okay, so regrets. I think I don't want to regret having the courage to live a life true to myself and not what's expected of others. And I think I'm doing that right now. Maybe it's not going out as much. Maybe it's doing this channel. Courage. Courage is clarity. I always like to say that courage is clarity. It's not hiding behind a cigarette. It's not at the bottom of a beer bottle. It's not drugs. It's not being numbed out by Netflix. It's having the courage to live your life how you want to live it. I don't want to regret not expressing my feelings to anyone who I might care about, or even on this channel. There was a time I should have started this a while ago, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't brave enough. I was still full of fear, and as we know, action cures fear. To keep in touch with friends. I understand that some friends might not want to keep in touch with you, and that's okay. Friends come and go. I think that's a normal part of life, but I think it's worth the effort to try. Some friends who I can think about who may have left, that's fine. I did try. And there comes a point when you kind of get the picture, but, stay in touch with friends. I think it's worth working towards. To let yourself be happier. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff, right? Take a top-bottom view. It's not that big a deal. It's really not. Let yourself be happier. It doesn't have to be so serious. I don't want to have the regret of always comparing myself to others. Better job, better car, more money, better trips. I could do that right now. I could pick 10 people who have more than me, 100 people. But what about the 1,000 people that would trade places with you? And you don't know what those people are battling. You don't know how they're feeling inside. And you don't know when you compare up or you compare down. It's just like everyone is in their own place at the moment. Just focus on you. You're the one trying to get better. So don't look back on your life and know that that joy was taken of you because you tried to compare yourself with others too much. The regret of placing too high of an importance on possessions. I go to these estate sales and I see how the story ends. It's just people going in there ravaging through your stuff. You can't take it with you. If you got it, sure. I'm not saying you don't have anything and things that can bring you joy, and especially if you're in a financial place to do so. But happiness is not going to come from something that you buy. There's not one thing out there missing that if you attain it, you will find happiness forever. Happiness has got to be what's inside you and the zen that you bring towards that thing. So don't put too much. I'm not saying no possessions. Don't put too much importance on possessions. Lacking self-confidence, even to do this channel, the self-confidence to do my job, the self-confidence to play guitar in front of people, kind of get you out the self-confidence to start a side hustle, to talk to a certain someone. Have confidence in yourself, and there's ways to build confidence. To be braver, don't look back on life and don't have the regret of not being brave. Have the discipline to take action. It's too much time on your phone. Are you going to look back in life all the times when your kids are running around, or sometimes you're on the couch and you're watching a show and you're on your phone at the same time. And there's two shows that I'm liking to watch right now. It's Your Honor with Bryan Cranston and The Last of Us on HBO. And I'm on the phone. I'm looking at it. I'm like, you waited all week to watch these shows, and they're actually good shows. Sometimes you watch a show with the wife and it's not very good and you got to check out. But good shows, and your kids are right there growing up, and I don't want to set that precedent for them because they're going to have phones one day, and I don't want them to be buried in it either. And a lot of what I'm doing is work on the phones, but still, there comes a place. So what's the discipline that we have to put into our lives that will eliminate those regrets? Working out, going to the gym or at the house, or just going out into the world and getting some cardio in. Starting small. Six-pack's not going to come today. The savings that you make today, it's going to compound, but it's not going to compound today. Identifying and acting on your goals. Don't wait till it feels right to start. There's no great time to start a YouTube channel. There's no right time to start a side hustle. There's no right time to start working out. The right time is always now. Don't wait till it feels right. It's the right time is now. Practice, fail, start over. I was an awful shipper in the beginning. I bought things that I could not flip, learned some lessons, made lots of mistakes in my job. You learn from them, and then you start over, and you put it behind you. Self-control. When can you say when? If you got to drive, when can you say when before you get beyond the point where you can function? Self-control with food is something I have to work on. I love my treats. Self-control with getting off the couch, watching Netflix. I mean, yeah, I'd like to watch a show and relax for a couple minutes, but there's things I got to do and there's things I got to get done. Have the self-control of motivation, habit of persistence, habit of diet, habit of a positive mindset. It's a muscle. I think all these things are muscles, and the more that you work them, the more stronger they get and the easier it is to do that rep. Meditation, I think, is like that too. You sit down, try to be aware of your thoughts, acknowledge them, let them move on. That becomes easier and easier, not the first time that you do it. You got to start small. You got to start, and there's no right time to start. The right time to start is now. Positive mindset, the time is now. And eventually you'll become a more positive person. To start building up your savings, the time is now. It takes discipline to save. It takes discipline to pay down debt and not put it on the card and spend money that you don't have. It takes discipline to budget. It takes discipline to track your finances. Every single dollar has a home. That takes discipline. I want to start tracking my food because you don't know what to cut if you don't know where it's going. I don't know what I ate 4 days ago. I got a feeling it wasn't good. But if I could see it, I could say, Jay, you got to watch this. And when? It takes discipline for prepping, to be prepared for certain emergencies. Are you going to have that stuff in your house or not? No one's coming to save you for any of these things. It's all up to you. And I know that you can, and I know that I will break free from the pain of regret. And another big thing that I didn't even mention is time missed with my kids. That's my biggest regret, and that's why I think I'm home all the time. Everyone always says it goes by like this, and they're 9, almost 9.5. It's going to go by like this again, and they're going to be 18. I never want to be hungover at home when they're around. It happens once or twice a year. But I was never just going to go out and leave them home. I was never going to take care of them when I was hungover. I always wanted to make sure I had a little clearance there in the morning. I just want to spend as much time with them. As far as like vices go, smoking, I don't want to shorten my time on earth with them. I don't want to make them have that sadness, and I know the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces and regret weighs tons, and the tons would weigh on me if, okay, you're sick, you got terminal this, terminal that because you smoked or because you ate poorly, because you didn't exercise. You can't spend as much time with your kids because you can't afford to. You got to go do something else. You didn't hustle enough. So that's one of my main goals is to not ever have that regret and solve that with the pain of discipline. Wandered so aimless, life full of sin. I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Then Jesus came like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow in sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Just like a blind man, I wandered along. No worries and fears I claimed for my own. Then like a blind man that God gave back his sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the